Hi guys, so we're here with Sabina, who's the manager at our Wolverhampton centre, and today we want to talk about what to do when you've just rehomed a dog and how do you take that dog into the home, how do you settle them in. So Sabina, you've worked with dogs for many years. If someone's just adopted a dog from us, what is your best tips and to settle them in the home?
I think for me the top tips are firstly to prepare the house, so put everything out of reach that you don't want the dog to maybe knock over or get hold of, take up any expensive rugs, things like that. And then when you get the dog home you can relax a little bit. When you get the dog home, take them for a short walk. You don't want to take them for a long walk, they're going to have a lot of information to process over the first few days in the new home, but just a short walk so they can find their feet, toilet, and then bring them into the house. Then one of my top tips is really just to relax. What tends to happen is if the dog's walking around, people get really looking where the dog's going and what are they touching, and that's why it's important to prep first, move everything out of reach, and then you can just relax and let your dog explore. They are going to explore a new house, they're going to be in all the cupboards and what's behind here and what's over there. That's perfectly normal, but just so people can go with the flow of that.
Oh good, yeah, I love that. Definitely prep the house, that's a really good tip. Lots of beds and go shopping beforehand. But what if someone's rehoming a dog with another dog? Is that slightly different than what you'd have to do if you're integrating them together?
Yeah, I would say so. So I would probably still do a short walk but with the two dogs together.
Yeah.
And then when you bring them home, just be conscious of things that the dogs might want to take ownership of. So things like toys and food. I would not have any toys down to start with, and I would make sure dogs are fed separately. And to start with as well, make sure they have a water bottle each, just so that they can find their feet together. And again, prep the house so that you can just relax and let the dogs explore and get to know each other a little bit.
Yeah, great advice. And sometimes in the garden there's a bit more of, it's not so much, they can play, they can have fun and then go into the home. Sometimes the home environment is a little bit more difficult when you've got two dogs together as well, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. If they're quite animated when they're meeting, they're quite keen on playing, then definitely some garden time to go and play, and then encourage some settle down time in the house together.
Love it. And what can you expect from a dog? Because every dog's different, so our team will be able to help you, give you as much advice as possible before taking the dog home. But what can you expect from a rescue dog in the first 24 to 48 hours when you take them home?
I think it depends on the dogs really. Some dogs can be quite shut down when they go into a new home and can seem quite subdued, especially to how they were when you visited in the kennels. They will then find their feet and start to explore. Like I said, there's a lot of information for dogs to process when they're going into a new home. Equally, some dogs might find the new home quite exciting and be exploring and a bit more excitable in their behaviour and a bit more energetic than they were when you viewed them at the centre. But again, that will settle down as they get used to being in the new house. And it's important not to give the dog too many new things to consider. So the new house is plenty, maybe meeting new owners if you've got dogs in the house as well, but not inviting visitors, not having anything going on. And just keeping walks short so that you keep their world quite small and just let them find their feet with where they are and what's going on before you make it bigger.
Perfect. And building that relationship is really important. Remember, this dog's totally new to your household, so building that relationship is really key, isn't it?
Absolutely. The dog needs to get to know you and know that you're their new family, so that's going to be really important before you start going out exploring the world with them.
Definitely, and it's always a special time as well. It's very nerve-wracking time because we've all adopted dogs. We still get nervous when we take new dogs home, so don't feel like it's not normal to be nervous. It really is. Always pick up the phone if you're nervous. The team are here to help you every step of the way. And what we've also got as well, we've got an early days booklet, so you will get this when you reserve a dog. It's really worth looking through it before you take the dog home. There's lots of helpful tips in there, and it is downloadable on our website as well. And what we're going to do is we're going to talk to Sabina and Hayley, who's the centre manager at Solihull, about lots of different things that you guys want to know about. Dog training, it could be absolutely anything. So if you've got anything you want to hear from us, let us know in the comments as well, and we'll be happy to speak to them and get all their expert tips as well. So thanks ever so much, Sabina.
Thanks a lot.